Hi, I'm Madison, and today I'm going to be talking about the Revolution of 1789, also known as the French Revolution. The French Revolution began after the involvement of France in the American Revolution. Extravagant spending from King Louis and involvement in the war caused France to go bankrupt. 2 decades of poor harvest and drought led to extremely high bread prices and heavy taxes. The upper class was not required to pay taxes, but the king saw that he wanted more money, so he tried to charge them more, creating an aristocratic revolt against him. Next, I'll be talking about the Third Estate. The Third Estate was the lower class, and they advocated for equal representation, and they wanted voting by head, not by status. During the Revolution, there was 3 different estates: the First Estate, the Second Estate, and the Third Estate. They're kind of like the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class. The way that they used to vote is that the upper class and the middle class would kind of gang up on the lower class, and you can see that the rules would be unfair, and that the laws that came through would always be tailored more for the upper class. They wouldn't have to pay taxes, but the lower class would. So they would vote by status and not by heads, even though that there was a bigger amount of people in the lower class. So if they voted by each person, there would be more fair rules and laws. Next, I'll talk about the tennis court oath, which obviously happened at a tennis court. The reason why it happened at a tennis court is because it was the Third Estate meeting like as a secret alliance, and of course they couldn't meet at an actual courthouse, so they met at a tennis court. And they called themselves the National Assembly, and they vowed to write a fair constitution for France. Bastille and the Great Fear. On June 12th, the National Assembly met and discussed their workings on the Constitution. Fear and violence consumed the capital, and royal power broke. Parisians panicked because there was rumor of impending military. So on July 14th, rioters stormed the Bastille, an old jail where they kept gunpowder and weapons. So the people stormed there to get weapons, and they started the violence of the French Revolution. And it was really just out of fear and rumors and assumptions. After Bastille, everything quickly broke out into chaos. Peasants looted and burned homes of tax collectors. It was crazy. The National Assembly felt like they needed to do something at this point, and they wrote the Declaration of the Rights of Man. On August 4th, the Assembly created the Declaration of the Rights of Man of the Citizen, claiming to replace the ancient regime. On November 9th, 1799, frustration with leadership reached its boiling point. Napoleon Bonaparte abolished the Directory and appointed himself leader of France. This was the end of the French Revolution, but the start to what is known as the Napoleon era. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my little crash course on the French Revolution, and I hope you were able to learn something from it.